Hello, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I greet you all and I welcome you all to this Sunday morning, being the January 22nd in the year 2023. This month have, I think, 9 days to go, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or post something new on this channel and on the other channel related to Acquitted Daily Talk. You have already known my guinea, you have already known my tradition. We take the headlines, then we come back to expatiate on the news concerning the Biafra struggle and the current Biafra news that Mazi Muhammadu Buhari is set to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. This is news that we got as early as this morning. I think it happened somewhere around 3 a.m. I had it from my left ear that he have decided and have agreed to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. So if you are Biafra out there, just like me, please be ready for the joy that is coming in the eastern region. Be rest assured that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will surely be released before February 25 elections. So anyone out there, if you are Biafra, you stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, make sure you stand strong. You stand with the Nigerian politicking or be politicking, make sure you stand also strong. You stand with the what did I call it? Obedient, or you are with Agbado, are you articulating? Whichever way you find yourself, one day stay strong. Go, you get the point now. If you don't get the point, please forget it. It has been quite some time now. I have not been up and doing because of one challenges or the other. You know, when you are doing something good in this life, be rest assured that challenges must come. And anything you are doing in this life, there's no any challenges coming your way, my dear. Look very well, look inward and outward, whether you are doing it rightly or not. Because there have been some kind of unscrupulous elements, how would I put it, attacking me from left, right, and center, physically and spiritually. But I already stand strong, and this is what I have assigned to do. I've already decided that this is what I am going to be doing, bringing the news to the doorsteps of every Dicks and Harry out there. Every hooks and cranes need to hear this voice, Acquitted Daily Talk. And in case this is your first time of hearing my voice, if you don't know who is here, I am Acquitted Daily Talk, reporting live from my own cabals. Well, everybody get cabal, because after all, nobody they get cabal. Even me self, I get my own team. So my teams are my cabals. You get the point now. So, my dear people, please let us take the headlines before we can come back and expatiate on the news. We are starting this news with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release. That is Ohaneze. A group of Ohaneze have vowed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must surely be released on before the 2023 general elections. Biafra speaking, Buhari government must release Nnamdi Kanu immediately and unconditionally. It don't happen again. When you talk, they say you talk too much. Why are you criticizing presidential candidate? My dear, anybody where don't tire should go back home and rest. This is what this man is supposed to be doing. Not going out there. I wonder the kind of family that this man have, that no one can ever advise him very well. I'm talking about the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. We are talking about the one that happened either in Bauchi or whatever, where he went for a meeting to meet the emirs and the rest of them. He slept off. This one happened again, where they went to sign the peace accord, either in Abuja or wherever, where you have dignitaries, presidential candidates. At least Kwankwaso is there, Sowore is there, former Nigerian president Abdurraham, what did they call himself? Abdurraham Salam is there. Emir of Sokoto is also there. I see vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. That is Ifeanyi Okowa is there, but I didn't see articulated. I saw also the man who never laughed. That is the vice presidential candidate of the APC, All Poverty Congress. That is what they call that very party. He was also there. And the main man on the stage, the great comedian of all the comedians in Nigeria. Yes, of course. You know him already, the Agbado presidential candidate, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He went on and slept off. I am not the one that said it, so that people will not come and begin to attack me and say it's not a propaganda. The news is everywhere. The video is everywhere. You can as well search on YouTube, internet, even Google self. Type sleeping presidential candidate. The picture will just appear. Both the one in a blue agbada and the one in a white agbada. You get it? This man need to go and rest. If this man happens to be my father and he continue this way, I swear to God Almighty, I will disown him. He need to have a rest. You have suffered enough. This is the time for you to just sit down and enjoy whatever you have made in this life. You have made people who have already acknowledged you have made the money. So what are you still looking for in government house? This is quite uncalled for. I wonder what Temi Tinubu is doing. Shehu Sani reacts as Tinubu sleeps during meeting with presidential candidates. Emotional moment. Nursing mother broke down in tears holding P2B's convoy in Kafanchan. For you to see what people are passing through. 1,000 naira to some families now is like $1 million. That's to show you that APC have really dealt with this country called Nigeria. 1,000 naira. How much is 1,000 naira? To check with 1,000 naira is maybe $1.20 or $1.50. That's 1,000 naira. Because $1 now is equivalent to 700 and something to 800 naira per dollar. So let's say maybe that is a $1.10 or $1.15, which is not even up to the money in other countries that beggars are being received on the street on daily basis. Some families in Nigeria live below $1 a day. That is to show you the rate of poverty, and it has never happened before in the history of Nigeria, if not under this current administration or this dispensation of government. So what are we saying? And still yet people out there, even your youths, are still jumping up and down campaigning for APC. When are we going to learn? That is the question we all need to ask ourselves out there. Whether you are old or you are young, whether you are in the government house or you are not, but we need to ask ourselves this question: what have APC done to Nigeria in the past 7 and something years, going to 8 years now? Yes, going to 8 years because some months to hand over. What have they done to this country other than pains? Imagine a woman, a nursing mother, holding just ordinary P2B's convoy, and she burst into tears. Not simply because she loved crying, but when she remember what they have passed through in the last 8 years, my dear, it's just like Nigeria is already backdated to Stone Age. To revive Nigeria back again, it needs God's intervention. I don't mean God. You need God's intervention. The gods of the land of Nigeria. The whole gods, whether the Hausa gods or Yoruba gods or Iwefik gods or Calabar gods or Igbo gods or, I mean, anything that has to do with the traditional must intervene to revive Nigeria back. If not, my brother, all our Otilo, Nigeria, Otilo, it don't go. Let us continue with our headlines. Nnamdi Ali reacts to ex-governor's suspension from PDP. Why can't you be suspended? You have become what will I call it? I don't know the word to you that I will use to qualify you. But in one word or the other, you have just turned yourself to be a saboteur to the Igbos and also to your own PDP. Because you are in PDP and you are supporting APC presidential candidate. I don't understand. Or simply because they don't put you in their presidential campaign council team or what? I don't understand. Anyway, we will see to that, because any eye where they cry can also see. EFCC detains Tom Polo's director of operations. Waiting can happen on a don't window the money where they give on. They're gonna take the guide pipelines. So this is Abdul Salami Abubakar laments. When you become president, we will leave this country. Abdul Salami laments as he begs for forgiveness. Okay, now we will know what leads to that. But before then, let us start our news immediately with immediate alacrity. Guy, I come this morning prepared. Basbos. I am going to give it to every one of you out there. That is Basbos, according to people where they interpret English. I beg, and I go help me interpret this one. The Elders Council of Ohanese and Igbo has called on the Muhammadu Buhari-led the federal government to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Government to release immediately and unconditionally. This call has been on. Even the governors have already intervened, but Malami, the Kabas, and the rest of the Asorok who hold this country hostage refused. I don't know what they are planning, whether they want the young man to die in prison or in detention. I don't know, because it have come to our notice, even as of 3 days ago. Kanu visited his own brother, Nnamdi Kanu, at the DSS dungeon, and it was discovered again that over 9 good days again. I mean, I still keep on asking myself, what is the secret behind these 9 days? Because each time they want to deny him medicine and food, they must do it 9 days. Is it spiritually, or is there anything spiritual attached to it? I cannot tell, but you out there, you are my listeners, most of us have a gift to interpret some certain things. So please, if you know the answers to this my question, what is the spiritual connection with 9 numbers? Because Nnamdi Kanu on different occasions have been denied food 9 times, have been denied his medication 9 good times. So I don't know the spiritual backup or spiritual connection with that. If you know it, please endeavor to drop it at the comment section. Nigeria News report that the call was made by the chairman of the council, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, in a communique to newsmen on this last Saturday. According to the Council of Elders, the release of the pro-Biafra agitator will facilitate a peace summit that will lead to peace in the southeast region. How can you expect them to hear this? The more you people keep saying this, that Nnamdi Kanu is the connection to the unrest we are having on the eastern region, the more they keep holding him, because they never in any way plan for the peace to return back to that Biafra land, the eastern region. After all, what is happening in our own land today has been a product of imported violence. Yes, when Chief Dan Oras was kidnapped, inside the car when they were conveying him with his driver, you understand me? They made mention of that. He said the young boys between the ages of 17 to 21 years, they are not far than that, and they are Igbos. So when they heard that he was among those who fought for this Biafra, they were kind of ashamed, and they showed a remorseful heart. And they told them, in blue and white, they told Dan Oras with his driver that what is happening today in the eastern region is an important violence, that people are paying and sponsoring all this unrest and insecurity in the southeast. What are the reasons? The reasons it simply means, that is very simple, because the unrest and insecurity in the in the northeast, northwest, and north central, and other parts of the north that did not reach the eastern region. So they used the opportunity after enslaving the youth with poverty, setting them out of school. The only way that they can manipulate them is to make sure that they are poor, that they don't even know where the next meal comes from. Then they swoop into action, using them to perpetrate all heinous acts in the eastern region. First of all, it was unknown gunmen. Who are these unknown gunmen? We all know that they are DSS, SSS, police, military, and the rest of other security personnel. They are the real unknown gunmen that have been unmasked in several occasions. When they perpetrate anything, be rest assured that in the next 30 minutes or even 45 minutes, not even up to 24 hours, no any investigation, they will come out on a live TV and all these brown envelope social media media houses, and they will just tag it was IPOB and ESN, for you to know that these people knows what they're doing. And permit me to say that the problem we are having in the eastern region today is from the Kabas in Asarok, not any other person. They have used the likes of Hope Usodinjo and Dave Umahi to be perpetrating the acts. Imagine how many youths that have been killed in the Omoma and the rest of Imo State. under the watch of the governor who forced himself on the people of Imo State. Iwanya said the council took a decision on the need to have a peace summit. It goes with the desire that Nnamdi Kanu should be released because we want to dialogue with his participation in order to have an enduring peace in Nigeria, particularly in the southeast. We don't have peace, but our government, our president, go out there in one of the African countries to collect a peace award. But look at the peace, look at the joint of peace in the southeastern region. Nnamdi Kanu, he refused to release him. Yet, they are busy brandishing him with all praises out there that he maintained peace in other countries, while his own country has nothing like peace. The question is, do we really have a commander-in-chief? There's an article I watched, and I keep rewatching this article where one activist was speaking at the channel TV, no, not channel, Arise News, with Abiati, Ada Abati, and Ayo. When they were asking him some certain questions, even Rufai Hosseini was there. And the man categorically was speaking the gospel truth, which nobody wants to hear. But highest, they will tag you an intruder, or they will tag you, they will find one name to qualify you that you are making a case without evidence. Yes, of course. Can you stay for complete a whole year? We're not talking about let's make it this way. A whole complete year, a whole calendar year. Somebody you call the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the president of the nation, have never granted not single one television, either television interview or whatever you may call it, or anywhere you may call it. I might not be that educated to know the right word to use, but you out there knows what I'm trying to say. He has not appeared on a live TV to talk to the people who is ruling for the past going to 8 years now. Not even a single day. Rather, what we get is tweets from either Garba Shehu or Femi Adesina. So the question is, if anybody come out tomorrow and said we don't have a president, are you going to blame that person? Because Nigeria as a country have been ruling by proxies. The likes of Femi Adesina, when Abba Kyari was alive, they are the ones that is making decision in Asorok. And the likes of Garba Shehu with other proxies in Asorok. The cabals. The question is, where are we heading to? That is the question, and we need an answer. The council therefore called on the federal government, Fulani government of Nigeria, and all other concerned to release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. I don't talk too much, please, so that you don't come to my comment section and say I talk too much. I am stating the obvious and the facts. The security situation in the country called for concern. The council was worried particularly how the situation has worsened in the southeast. Lives are lost and innocent blood is being shed, yet the government are not doing anything. Perpetrators are being destroyed. Properties are being destroyed, Government institutions are being destroyed. These are the great concern. It's supposed to be a great concern to the president, if we have any. Moreover, both state and federal government are deploying a huge financial resource in fighting a meaningless war instead of providing infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Council of Elders of Haneze Ndibo worldwide has therefore insisted that enough of all this, and enough is enough, according to them. We must have a peace summit where we will get all the stakeholders, including the agitators, and use together to chart a new course that can enthrone endurance, peace in the southeast, Biafran nation. Meanwhile, the council chairman dismissed his insinuations that Igbos want to secede from Nigeria. He stated that Igbo have invested in virtually every localities in Nigeria in the area of business, service, and building properties. So, the talk of secession is peddled without honesty. However, Igbo is only interested in fairness, equity, and justice, he added. Shetima reacts to attack on INEC facilities, and they calls out that they are being perpetrated by IPOB, according to him. This is the news for another day. Let us continue. Shehu Sani don't react to say our presidential candidate of APC, All Poverty Congress, He go for where they went to sign a peace accord, Keneko, what did they call him? Abi Kuruke. He went there instead of enduring the sleep, so that when he finished the signing, he can go back home and rest. The old man refused though. He said in Nigeria he go to sleep. Yeah, God have mercy. Former Nigerian senator representing Kano Central at the National Assembly, Shehu Sani, has reacted to photos of All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu sleeping during the presidential candidate meetings. Nigeria News Area reported that the National Peace Committee, under the leadership of General Abdulsalam Abubakar, held a meeting for all 2023 presidential candidates and party leaders on Friday, January 2023. According to Abdulsalami, the meeting was organized to ensure the proper conduct of the candidates, their parties, and other stakeholders, especially during the campaigns ahead of the elections. Hours after the meeting ended, Sowore, in a post shared on Twitter, said Bola Tinubu slept through the meeting and made no contribution as his party chairman spoke on his behalf. Reacting to the development, Shehu Sani, in a post shared via Twitter, averred that it is not all the time when people close their eyes that they are sleeping or taking a nap. Nonsensical nonsense. He noted that closing one's eyes might either be for prayers or some philosophical thoughts, and the former governor of Lagos State might be doing the latter. You see, and that is the people that is the problem we are having in Nigeria, because people will defend what is not defendable. Somebody who went for a meeting, who's supposed to speak on his own behalf, now have already delegated his activities again to the chairman. These are the people who will rule you next year. Who will rule you after this election, if mistakenly they enter office. Know it very well that the likes of Bola Tinubu will have no single thing to contribute, even if he is elected. Nigeria will be ruled by Adamu, that is the chairman of their party APC. Shetima, that is the vice president. Garoba, what is that called? Garoba, and the rest of them, El-Rufai. These are the people that will rule the country, not Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So you people should do what? So hear it now. Defending what is not defendable. Emotional moment, nursing mother broke down in tears holding P2B's convoy in Kafanchan. I hope P2B, you really do something to this woman. A nursing mother broke down in tears at the campaign rally of the Labour Party presidential candidate P2B in Kafanchan, Southern Kaduna. Nigeria News report that the former governor of Anambra State, alongside Labour Party chieftains, on Saturday, January 21, 2023, hit the southern part of Kaduna State for their campaign rally. A video that emerged online captured the moment a nursing mother shed uncontrollably tears while holding P2B's convoy as she prays for him. Speaking amidst tears, the nursing mother who had her baby with her kept on saying, "Daddy, you will win. Child, it is well." Who might know what this woman must have been passing through. I'm very, very sure maybe this woman, the bandits have killed all the members of her family, left with her and the small baby. One of the campaign team of Obi later told her to take the baby out of the teeming crowd to avoid getting injured. Top Kano politicians dumps APC and move for another party. Meanwhile, the chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC, Najatu Mohammed, has announced her decision to dump the party ahead of the 2023 general elections. I saw you live on the TV. The 67-year-old Kano-based politician also resigned from her position as the director of the Civil Society Directorate of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. Mohammed announced her resignation in a letter addressed to the APC National Chairman Abdullahi Adamu. She also copied the APC Presidential Campaign Council and the chairman of her ward in Shahochi, Kano Municipal Local Government Area in her letter. According to her, a number of recent developments in the country's political and democratic space are reasonable for her decision to dump the APC and its presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Senator Nnamdi Chimeroke, they don't dump him from APC. Now the ally, what did I call him? Maybe his own cabas. They don't react to the suspension where PDP give to this man, who is a PDP chieftain, but not even indirectly, but openly supporting APC presidential candidate. A member of the All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), Joseph Ono, has slammed the People's Democratic Party (PDP) over the suspension of the senator representing Enugu East Senatorial District, Chimaroke Nnamdi. In a statement on Saturday, Ono said Nnamdi and others were suspended from the party because they refused to board a special purpose vehicles (SPV) to Dubai, United Arab Emirates (UAE). Ono stated that the PDP is not a democratic political party for failing to give Nnamdi and other members a fair hearing before suspending them from the party. He opened that the main reason why PDP did not carry out due diligence before suspending Nnamdi and others is a way of diverting the attention of Nigerians from the SPV scandal. The APC chieftain argued that Nnamdi's suspension was useless and of no effect since Nnamdi remains a February 25th candidate of the PDP by law. Ono therefore urged the supporters of the lawmaker to remain focused and not get distracted by a Dubai-bound vehicle that does not have a Google map for navigation to its destination. He said every political party has its own problem, which is not limited to the PDP. After all, the All Progressive Congress (APC) on Friday endorsed the governorship candidate of the PDP in Enugu, but you didn't see the APC rushing to suspend its members without exercising their fundamental rights as enshrined in the Nigerian Constitution. Let us remember that all political parties derive their powers from the Constitution. The APC has been able to manage their internal problems and has not gone to show a crass approach by suspending any of its members. Democracy allows freedom, liberty to make choices, and the actions of the PDP has made us to know the type of government the presidency intends to run if elected. Therefore, I urge Nigerians to desist from making the greatest mistake of their life by venturing to elect such people into office. The main reason why the PDP did not carry out due diligence before suspending Chimaroke Nnamdi and the rest, including Ayo Fayose's son, is a way of diverting attention of Nigeria from their special purpose vehicle SPV scandal. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu APC has been the only presidential candidate that has physically traversed in almost all the states in Nigeria and has more physical presence of what the campaign should be than others. If Nigerians should make the mistake of electing the PDP candidate, it will result in boarding a special purpose vehicle whose terminus is in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. EFCC don detain Tom Polo's director of operations, so waiting con cause am o. I don't know whether they don engage themselves in illegal bunkering again, or they don begin to siphon the crude oil that have left for Nigerians to manage. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) have allegedly detained the executive director of operation and the technical of Tantita Security Service Nigeria Limited, Captain Warid NSL. Nigerian news understand that the TSSNL is a security surveillance company operated by ex-militant leader government Ekpomo Polo. The company accused the Anti-Corruption Commission of illegally detaining Captain Warandi Enisau. According to TSSNL, Enisau was coordinating an operation in Port Harcourt, River State, to bust a top of oil theft when the EFCC invited and asked him to disclose the source of his intelligence when he showed up at the Commission's office in January of 19. The company in a statement claimed that when its executive director refused to disclose his source, the EFCC reportedly detained him, insisting that he should disclose the source of his intelligence. While another finished. When contacted, the spokesperson of the EFCC, Wilson Owajurun, told Vanguard he was unaware of the arrest of Enisau by the anti-graft agency. The last year but not the least. So when you become president, we will leave this country. Absalam laments as he begs for forgiveness. Maybe it can be true. You people who siphon this country, that is why you all are fighting in tooth and nail to make sure that the right president does not emerge, so as not to dig deep to all the evil parts that you people have in the Nigerian ruling class. Former head of state, General Abdulsalam Abubakar, retired, has pleaded with the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele, to set aside his grievance between him and his counterpart in the Action Alliance, AA, former Chief Security Officer to let General Sani Abacha, Major Hamza Al-Mustafa, retired. The plea is coming after Sowore stated that it will be impossible to politically agree with Al-Mustafa. The AAC flag bearer explained that his disagreement with Mustafa is political and be traced back to the June 12 of 1993 incident in which the election of Moshood Abiola was annulled. Sowore shared his grievance while speaking at a peace meeting of presidential candidates in Abuja on Friday. The AAC presidential candidate also said he could not agree with the chairman of the National Peace Committee. Reacting during the event, Absalami said, "I think you, Sowore, carry so many ideas. By the time you become the president of this country, some of us will leave this country." Absalam thereby pleaded with Sowore to let bygones be bygones, and that is why the country keep dying day in, day out. Troublesome interloper Mahmoud Islam's faces Keyamo. The director of strategic communications of the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Organization, Dele Momodu, has described the spokesperson of the All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, as a troublesome interloper. Mahmoud stated this while reacting to the court case instituted by Keyamo against the People's Democratic Party PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar over the allegation of using special purpose vehicles to siphon public funds between 1999 and 2007. In an interview with the Nigerian Tribune on Friday, Mahmoud said the Minister of State for Labour and Employment is looking for attention for calling for the arrest and prosecution of the former vice president. He asserted that Keyamo's attitude as a spokesperson of the APC Presidential Campaign Council has done more damage to the party's presidential candidate Bola Tinubu than Atiku, adding that his principle cannot be compared to Tinubu. Mahmoud stated Keyamo's gutter language and behavior have always called for his attacks against Tinubu, whom he describes as his friend, adding that his duty is to defend Atiku. He said, "I am not in a position to speak about legal issues. As far as I am concerned, Festus Keyamo is just a troublesome interloper who is looking for attention at all times. And what he has done with that is he has done more damage to Tinubu than Atiku." Senator Dino Malaya spoke on a television program and brought new insight to the issues because of a lot of people who were not looking at it that way started seeing Tinubu in another light. What Dino said was that Nigeria cannot have a president who is Pablo Escobar and a vice president who is Osama bin Laden. So I don't like it if I have to wrestle with a pig, but he has decided that what he wants. He has decided that's what he wants. Atiku has told us frontally and clearly that he wants to run an issue-based campaign, and you can see him. If you like, slap him. He can turn the other cheek. That's him. Otherwise, he would have replied Baba Obasanjo long ago. That's why that misperception was able to stick with him. But it is in the character of the Fulani. They don't make noise. A lot of us make noise about a lot of things, whether we know the truth or we don't know it, whether we have the facts or we don't have it. We just like to wipe up all kinds of things. The PDP chieftain described the court case instituted by Keyamo and the ruling party against Atiku as a waste of Tinubu's money. He added that despite a series of allegations against Tinubu, Atiku and PDP choose to remain silent about it. You people have gone to court to, don't forget about that. Because on our you people have continually gone to court, and court the other day just quashed the charges that the PDP brought against Tinubu to disqualify him. Who does that if not PDP? Our eyes are open, so not when they discover or they made open your own secret, then other ones have become devils simply because they don't support you. I think you need to go and face the music. That is as simple as that. So my good people of Biafra land, Nigerian at large, my Muslim and Christian brothers and sisters, this is where we are going to come to the end of this broadcast. If you have not subscribed to this channel, endeavor to do that anytime soon. Make sure you turn on the discussion button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or post something new on this channel or any other channel. Right from this moment, I say bye to you all. May the Almighty bless us all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Bye for now. Okay, Messiano.